Hello, and welcome back to another episode of VanillaTyme. My name is Steph, and this is episode 11. Did I say 11? I meant 7. I have my Christmas outfit on. You want to see it? Yeah. I use it every year. It's like a Grogu, Mandalorian, Star Wars inspired. I think it's super cute. And so, last episode, we built the owl house. And if you didn't see it, go check it out. It was a pretty cool video. We put this thing together, and as you can see, I've finished the interior, or at least I have gotten a lot of progress done on the interior. So I put in the carpet, I've added some more details to the walls, we've got some chests, I've started moving in the big pile of stuff from outside. So anything that we're not planning on putting in the automatic sorter is basically just going to go on this main floor. So we've got like food stuffs over here in this little hallway. I've put the eggs in a shelter box. And over here we've got ender pearls. So like I'm using invisible item frames, which I crafted up using the dragon's breath that we got from Vote Rewards. I'm using that just as visual indicators to figure out what everything is, while also kind of, keeping the build looking kind of authentic. So we've got ender pearls in here, we've got old armor, spare armor and stuff. We might use some of these for like armor frames and statues and stuff in the future, so I don't like getting rid of all of them. I did get rid of a bunch of like stone tools and other stuff that I know I'm just never going to use. But I made sure to keep like a set of iron enchanted and a set of like leather enchanted, some gold stuff, and any diamond stuff that might be useful as a backup item. We've still got our enchanting table set up in here. I'm not sure we're going to need it again, which is why I haven't bothered setting it up anywhere, because there's no space in the house and I'd have to put it like under the island. Maybe in the tree area. I think I was discussing that before, but I still haven't made up my mind. And then up top we just have potions, and here's my spare lingering potions of invisibility that I use to craft up the invisible item frames. If you don't know, an invisible item frame on this server requires 8 regular item frames surrounding a single lingering invisibility potion, and these things are crafted with, you make invisibility first. No, sorry, you make night vision first, which requires golden carrot, and then use dragon's breath to convert it to invisibility after making it a splash potion. Like I said, just adding some details. We've got some more candles and stuff. If we come over into the back room, I've added a little bit more in terms of just usability. So we've actually got like functional space now. So I kind of made this a little bit crooked so that I could fit in the nether wart. I think it fits with the theme of like the owl house being like a little rickety. And then here's all of my potion brewing stuff. And then up here is my brewing stand. So we've got everything we need here. And I even thought ahead. So if we need more water bottles, I will need to grab some extra water bottles or glass to make them. But this block right here, this spruce slab, is waterlogged. So I can actually get infinite water from here if I want. I was thinking about using the cauldron, but like water bottle only takes like 3 uses to empty this thing. So this is more just decorative. And the actual usable is underneath, which is, I think, kind of cool. Added some just like small details like custom blocks and mob heads, just to add a little bit of decor. These are player heads that I got from, I think it was Thanksgiving or Halloween. So it's like a jar of candy. I think that's a muffin, something like that. Anyway, still waiting on that copper update, but I have heard that we are updating very soon, so maybe even by the time this video comes out. So I have some stuff I want to do once that comes out. But I think if we go upstairs, I did go on a little bit of a mission and I found some coral fans, so we've got that later finished. I still need to do the rest of this interior. I did put some extra coral stuff in here in case we need it in the future. Same with the loser room, not really done yet. I added the loom just as a functional block, so I may turn this into like a little bit of a the banner creation room. I need to put some more chests and stuff on the walls for that. If we come over onto this side, I've added some doors. We had this unused space, and now it is usable space. So I've just turned it into a little lava room. So we have a consistent infinite fuel source. I can just come in and do that. Get to that in a second. But if we come back over here, all of these blocks here, including these 2 on the side, are all usable right? So now I just have all the lava buckets from that other room. I just move them over here periodically, and then I can use all of the blocks here. Now, coming back down over here. So I said last episode that I was going to turn this into a stairwell, into a sorting system. Don't mind these. And here's the sorting system. As you can see, it is pulling from this chest up here, and you can see here, copper golem sorter, pending update, no arrows. So, a couple things to explain. The first being, yes, it is going to be a copper golem sorter. So there's going to be a copper chest that sits here. There's going to be a copper golem that's going to wander up and down the length here. There are 10 chests here for him to sort items into, and I've already started setting up the sorting system. So the way this works is you need, I believe it's 3 stacks and 54 items for the type of sorting system I've got back here. It's like the impulse sorter, but it's like not as long. Come on, get in here. There we go. So you can see instead of it being 3 redstone here, it's only 2. And otherwise, the setup is pretty much the same, with the exception that the comparator is pulling from a block that's adjacent to a chest instead of from the hopper underneath. So the sorting part actually goes in the double chest above it. And so it's looking for a signal strength. The 3 stacks and 54 items will send out a signal strength of 2, and that activates this repeater, which unlocks this torch, and that will unlock, or rather depower, the plank here, and that depowers the hopper underneath it, and that'll cause the chest to suck items down. So if you're not familiar with the copper golem sorting designs, essentially what we're doing is the copper golem looks for matching items, and so it sees anything that matches in here, and it's going to put it in the top left-hand corner. So it'll do up to 12 items at a time. It's not super fast enough, because he has to check every chest in order each time. But essentially what this does is this overloads, causes an overflow, like I mentioned, and that causes the items to go down. So I can actually show you, take an item from here and put it in like a copper golem would, and poof, off it goes. The reason why the system says no arrows is I'm using them as the filler item. Copper golems don't really care whether the items are named or not. So because I can't just rename an item in a typical impulse sorter, I just have to use an item that I don't plan on actually sorting. So arrows it is, because I have a ton of them from the farm. I'm throwing them out otherwise, and I'm not putting them in here. So the only thing we'll have to do is just keep an eye and make sure that none go in here. I may even just put a quick impulse sorter in up here somewhere along this hopper chain that just filters out the arrows on their own into its own sliver. And that way they never get to the copper golem to begin with. So I'll probably do that, I think about it, before the update comes out. And then this last one has nothing in it, so items will just go straight down. Now, I haven't started putting anything in here, so I'm going to have to set up a filter for this one. And I may duplicate the system under this with another copper golem setup for this. So I may turn this into a direct chain down and do another line, just because I am realizing that I have a lot more items than I thought I would, and I'm going to need more space. So we've still got sandstone, sand, basalt, tuff, clay. We've got stone variants and netherrack stuff. One thing that I haven't been doing is putting logs in. I've been using wood as one of the sorting items, but not logs, because we tend to get a lot of them. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to just do a bulk sort underneath with classic item sorting somewhere under below. So we've got lots of space down here. We can add to the sorting system as we go, but this is just an initial one that I wanted to get started, just to start testing the copper golem, make sure he works before I expand the system out further. But for now, we've got some organization, and I may have to see if I can convert these barrels into double chests. I just don't want the copper golem to think that he can access them and getting stuck, because their pathfinding is kind of weird. So that's, I think, everything that I've been working on inside the house since the last episode. If we come out, I have been doing a little bit more work underwater. It's kind of boring work, but we're just using stone and cobblestone right now, just making kind of blobs and stuff. I still have to kind of mess with the actual shapes and just, the density of cobble versus stone. But I'm trying to just give it kind of a randomish, rugged kind of underwater look I don't know. Basically just want to cover the whole thing. So I have to do the rest of this, which I'm going to try and get done in today's episode. And I haven't really done a ton of detailing around the back or copied the back system yet. This still needs to be done. So that's something that we'll continue to work on. But I have done a little bit more in here, just kind of finishing up the moss blocks around the top trees here. Not a whole lot to say. I've mostly just been looking to hide lighting and just make it look a little bit greener. Speaking of hiding lighting, you can see as we've been cleaning up the front here, I've done a little bit of light terraforming, just connecting the portal to the front here. So we've got a bit of path going using packed mud and mud bricks. And as you can see, there's no torches. No, well, those are torches, but those are on the farms. And that one, ignore that one. But yeah, so I've been trying to hide lighting around here just to make it look a little bit nicer. And I'll continue to do that as we go. But I'm just trying to get rid of the torch spam a little bit. It's going to be a bit of a process to get rid of all of it, but we're making steps. So what are we going to do? The first thing I want to do is, well, hopefully have the copper golem come out soon so we can get that up, get that set tested, and then we're going to spend some time working on storage. We want to finish the extra rooms in the build, and we want to get the rest of this taken care of and put away. I do want to work on this hallway at some point. This is our nether tunnel that goes out into the main one. We are starting to work on the actual nether hub now, or at least the admins are. So they're going to be pushing back this entrance, and once they do that, and I think once I get a better sense of where I'm placing the center of the tunnel, I think it's actually supposed to go like here. Then I'll work on a design for the actual tunnel itself. It's pretty long, so we need something simple and repeatable. We also did get a neighbor here, which I don't have footage of it, but that tunnel was originally sideways and it was coming out somewhere along here, and thankfully they were online. It was a newer player, and I was able to let them know that the tunnel should be coming out into the main hallway, not into mine. But it's quite beautiful, very pretty. So looks like we have a neighbor a little bit further north. But if we come over, I can kind of show the initial progress that the admins have made on clearing out. As you can see, it's nice and spawn-proofed, and it's a lot wider. And I think, yeah, it looks like there's access to the roof, which actually, I haven't been up here yet this season. Anything worth looking at? Not unless we go further out. Well, there's something in that direction. I don't know what it is. Oh, and there's a, what is this? This leads to Snapple's first. Okay then. But if we come back in here, I wanted to show off just the stock that we've got in the shopping district. At the shop. Where's my shop? This way. I will say this, Harding's been making way more sales than I have, just on average. Partly because he's got this here, Sniffer Family Starter Kit. So for anybody who wants sniffers and can't be bothered to go and dig them out of the water, it's a good plan. Like it's a good way of getting yourself set up. And yeah, also, prismarine sea lanterns, they tend to sell fairly well, dark prismarine. But coming over to my shop, I will say that everything except for the tridents has sold at least something. And stuff gets sold in batches. Haven't made a lot of sales the last couple days. We did add warp stems very recently, and I've also added shulker boxes of bamboo blocks. So we've got those for sale now, and I think we're hitting like pretty much all the major wood types at this point. We've got oak, birch, spruce, cherry, as well as acacia and bamboo and warped. So I need to add crimson, and I feel like there's still another one on the list that I don't have yet, but the pale oak and dark oak need a specialized farm for, and I've been looking at the farm designs, and the 2x2s are a little bit more complicated. I'm still looking for an up-to-date 2x2 that uses TNT duping. I haven't found one yet. I'm sure there's a bunch out there. It's hard to find stuff. There's so much clutter on the internet, and a lot of the farms are older farm designs, and I don't know if they still work on the newest version, so I would have to check them and like on the latest version, make sure they work on paper. It's very zoomed in. But yeah, so it's a bit of work. If somebody can point me towards a recent 121 2x2 TNT Duper design for Tree Farm, that would be helpful. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to put it off for now until I eventually get off my butt and find one. But as you can see, everything's stocked. There's not a ton of sales. We have been getting people coming in for netherite copying, which is good. I think I started this with about 18, so there's been about 6 copies made so far, which is cool. It's a nice free service. And yeah, the gunpowder hasn't sold much recently. I have shulker boxes full now, so I may just start selling them by the shulker. Same with the fireworks. They haven't sold much recently, so I may just drop the price and start selling maybe shulker boxes of them, since I do have the sugarcane built up now. So yeah, just small little things. Trying to think of like what else I can start adding. I usually do like all the wool types and all of the book types, like all the standard book types. I didn't really want to do that this season, mostly because I don't have sheep, and I'd have to go and find them, breed them, set up the farm, get all the colors and dye them and all that. It's so much easier to just use the string from the mob farm for like white wool, and then if I want to do like individual colors for like my own purposes, like I have access to like dyes and stuff. So like doing it in small amounts is pretty easy, but setting up a wool farm is just, I've done it so many times. I just didn't want to do it this season. And then, yeah, same with the enchanted books. I usually do enchanted books every season. I have the setup for it, but I haven't been cleaning my villagers because I'm just doing it for personal use. So again, it's one of those things where like I could sell a couple of different types of books, but everybody, like there's like 5 different shops that already do that. So there's no point. Like just go buy from a lecturer or something. Like, you know, you don't need to be coming to me for books. It's not really, no point. Though with that said, I'm pretty sure everything I sell is also available in another shop, or among other shops. So trying to find unique items to sell is kind of difficult, without like encroaching on somebody else's shop sales. So I've just sort of kept it with the basics for now. I'm not really focusing on diamonds this season like I have in past seasons. So it's not really as much of an issue. As long as I have enough that I can buy what I need when I need to build something, then I'm pretty happy. So I've done a little bit of work. I decorated Luz's room, which, yeah, it's a little cramped in here, but we've got a barrel for our loom things if we want, plus some extra storage here and here. Let's see, I've got a little bit of white candy floss, apparently, some white wool from the Halloween event. And just, you know, some pots and whatnot, and candles for some lighting. So I also did like a couple of random banners. So this is supposed to look a little bit like a drape here for the window, which looks a little messy, but I think it gets the point across. And then this is just kind of like a bit of a monster face. Luz has got like a lot of kind of stuff on her walls, pictures of like, you know, different mobs and monsters from the world. So I tried to represent that a little bit. And then we've also got one of the banner patterns to use here. So it works as a nice little decoration that I can also pull off if I want to use it. And then this will be a spot for another banner pattern if I get it. I just put a bottle of enchanting in there for now. And then over here, we've got just a little bit of a table extension here. I did a little bit of a pattern. I might actually continue that all the way across as I kind of like it. So to give the mirrors just a little bit more something to look at on the wall. And yeah, just some more storage. I'm not really using much of it except for this one, but we can utilize this later as needed if we need more space and don't want to just slap down chests everywhere. Now, one other thing that I was looking at doing was maybe taking this wall out, maybe putting a door here, and because we've got this space underneath the staircase here. And I was thinking I could actually either move these chests in, or I could even take some of like the chests that I don't plan on sorting and maybe putting them in here. Oops, but I'm not sure. I haven't made a decision on that yet, so I'm going to keep it closed up for now. Might do that later. But as you can see, I've also done a little bit of path work here along the back. So we've got like a little bit of path from the back exit down into the staircase underneath here. So that kind of just connects the base up a little bit better, and did a little bit of the same here. So it just looks a little bit more lived in, a little bit of texturing, added some grass in places. I think that looks a little bit better. I forget if I mentioned this thing, but we have a bone block generator. Well, a bone to bone block converter, because I didn't want to do it myself. So this thing basically just, does what it says on the tin. So this lever is the control switch, which controls these observers here that turns the system on. And we convert into bone meal here, and then that drops into this item hopper, which flows into this traditional crafter, with the added stipulation that if there's something in this hopper, we lock this crafter using this signal here, and that just keeps this hopper from backing up and spilling out all over the place, because that is what crafters do if they try to put something into a container that is full. And then once I'm done, I can just turn this off, and that just locks this up. I may actually set this so that a comparator reads out from here and runs the signal in. And that way I can just basically set it up so that it'll just turn on and off automatically, depending on whether there's inventory. So as long as there's something going through the hopper here, then it'll run, which I may do later. But for now, I just want to run this and give myself more bone blocks. So something happened. Remember how I said the copper update was coming soon, but I didn't know when? Well, it's out. Yes, the copper update is officially on the server, which is why I'm on a new Minecraft instance and it's telling me to craft planks in the corner. Sorry about that, we're just going to have to deal with it. Here, maybe if I... Aha, now it's gone away. The other thing that's new is I installed Distant Horizons on my latest install, which means that I can see for days and days as long as I have rendered in the area since my install. So see this long strip here? I flew all the way in, and I can now see that entire stretch. If I come up here and I look, haha, you see? All the area that I loaded in, you can see now, which is kind of crazy. It gets a little hard to see the further away you get, but yeah, so I'm going to make it my mission to explore a lot of this area over the next couple weeks and try and get all of this area loaded on my client so that Distant Horizons has that cache and I can see... I would like to be able to see this shopping district from my base. That would be really cool. So we're going to try and do that. Now, I did come to the shopping district so I could check my shop. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to walk through the important things that are going to happen. The first being that we are going to upgrade our storage system with the brand new copper golem. Oh, somebody bought out my iron blocks. Okay, hang on here. Oops, that doesn't go in there. Oh my gosh. The second thing we want to do is maybe expand the setup a little bit so that instead of just 10 thingies, slices, that we'll have maybe a little bit more than that. 4 blocks, 5 blocks, fine for now, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. And I think that'll cap off the episode for now. I don't really have any additional content planned just yet. If that changes, I'll let you know. Maybe there'll be a build slipped in at the end. I haven't really figured that part out yet. But really, I just want to focus on the new updates. There's a lot going on. We've got all the different types of copper gear. We've got the copper tools, copper golems, copper chests, copper everything. And honestly, I can't remember what else is in the update because the copper stuff kind of overshadows anything else that was in there. So as we find more stuff, then we'll go through it. But let's go back to the base and I can show you a little bit more of the organization that we've done. We've managed to clean up a couple things. And yeah, let me show you that. Jeez, that scared me. Hello, sir. Just standing there menacingly. You know this is a bad place to AFK, right? Like it's pretty much... Yeah, I think it's pretty much all sorted for mob proofing, but you never know. There's always a spot that gets missed. Where are we? West, east. Yeah. Well, somebody could always spawn in somebody's unfinished tunnel and then wander in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, look, you can see the whole length of the tunnel now. It's kind of weird. Ugh, I love this mod. I don't know why I wasn't playing with this sooner. I think I had Bobby installed at one point last season, and then an upgrade came in and like it stopped working. And then I didn't like check out any other mods, but I've heard about Distant Horizons, so I wanted to try it. It does seem to make the load in take a little bit longer. But like, look at that! I can see the island now. This is my ugly ass island that I that I steal resources from because nobody claimed it. I don't know if I love being able to see that from here, but it is what it is now. Yeah, and like I can also explore these areas and expand my view. But like, if I come up here. And I just look, yeah, look at that. I can see all the way to the shopping district now. That's so cool. So I'm going to have to explore these areas a little bit more, and then I can load in that space, and then it'll look a little bit more natural as time goes by. But yeah, let's go inside the base, and we can, yeah, as you can see, I've torn apart the storage here. It's almost done, almost done. If we come inside, I've cleaned this up. I found that I didn't like having the space so narrow, and we had this unused space underneath the stairs, so now we have a little storage system. I've moved the food inside here. The foliage, the valuables chests, the extra eggs, just some odds and ends that don't have a home right now, and just an extra chest in case I need to put any junk in. So, yeah, so that's sorted. It's out of the way. We had an incident with a creeper that blew up the top of this, which has since been fixed, thankfully. This has been working really well, so that's nice. And if we come down here, we can see we've added a little piece on here, and all this does is it sorts out arrows and just trashes them. So it's just a little impulse sorter that leads into a dropper that pushes the item into lava. And it just does it right there on that spot here. And yeah, and that's just so that if we do accidentally put any arrows in here, it's not going to break the whole system. So what do we need to do right now? We need a copper golem to be crafted. So see if I know how to do this. Copper blocks, I need some wax because I don't want this to get broken because the copper golem will oxidize. So where are my, it's in the valuables chest. So this is the part where I have to remember where I put everything. Yeah, so let's go that. I don't know exactly how much of whatever I need, so let's just start with copper. I didn't actually look up the recipe for this yet. Maybe I need more. Is it just like a chest? I don't know how this works. Help! Help! Somebody help! Hang on, let's go to the internet. Oh, that's right, I need a pumpkin. Hang on. What are all the pumpkins? Yeah, because it's like making an iron golem, right? So we need food. Yeah, so I need one of these. I think I would have done that. Like I've done this in creative. I think I know how to do this by now. Let's grab a shear that needs to be sheared, and then I think it's just a block and then carved pumpkin, right? And I think if we want to keep it from oxidizing, I think we can just wax it in advance so that it won't oxidize. Do that. Now it's waxed. Let's come down here. And then we got to get in here somehow. So let's some of these vote rewards. Get ourselves inside the system. Like that, I guess. Get back out. Okay, so if we do this and then that. Oh, so that's a single. And I want a second one. So how do I make another? Oh god, and he's out. I didn't finish this farm design that well, did I? Shoot. Okay. Well, sir, they have no survival skills. Okay. Well, two problems. Let's fix this. And then we need another chest. I need to figure out how to make a chest without making a copper golem. So, can we make one without having to make another golem? You would think it would be as simple as like that, right? Or this. But no, it's not. Okay. So let's make another one. Maybe the second one we'll just make inside the farm after we fix the walls. So, okay, we've already got honeycomb. So I think we just need to do same thing that we did before. Only let's add some extra walls so the guy doesn't get out. What kind of walls do we want? Set of more glass, I guess. We have more glass. Yeah, we've got a bit, and we can use the tinted glass if we absolutely need to. Okay, so let's fix this. Oh, it's because I was supposed to I was supposed to glass the top of this and I didn't bother. That's fine. I guess we're just doing it this way now. Okay, so we do that. So now they're not going to be able to get out. Okay, so let's try this again. So we'll do waxed buddy and then, oh, right. I need another pumpkin. All right, so we try another pumpkin. Shear it. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got that, and we got the glass. All right, let's try this again. This goes in here. Come on, let me in. Okay, there we go. So we put this here, this here. Okay, and then I'm assuming you're already waxed, right? Well, if you weren't before, you are now. Oh, so it doesn't actually make a waxed golem by default. That's weird. Okay, so he's off to the races, so I should be able to safely leave now. He's trapped in there forever. Okay, so if I put, like, my extra glass in here, he's got some glass, and off he goes. Yay, it's working! Oops. And if we look at these chests, when he got to the bowls, that was over here, right? Yep. Okay, I think everything's working. Yay, look at him go! Oh, this is great. And we had to make sure that he actually gets all the way back, too. Wait, oh, was there not glass? Oh, so there wasn't glass in there. He's going to put it in... We put it somewhere. Where did you put it? Okay, yeah, so that's good. He put it in the end one. Because the glass wasn't set up for regular glass. So let's do that. That should fix our problem. So now if we put glass in here, he should put it in, because I think he's got a little bit more. I don't know what he did with it. Or did I only put in 5? Maybe I only put in 5. Okay, well... That's working at least, so let's get rid of these two, and then we've got another buddy down here. Where did you go, sir? He's just living his best life over here now. Sir? Yeah, he's not scraping. Okay, so... Can I just put you down there? Yeah, they're like regular golems. They don't take fall damage, which is interesting. So what we're gonna do with you is, just take some of this wood, and we're just gonna box you up with... No, don't walk away. What are you doing? I've run out. I should probably just put him on a lead. This would be easier. Where'd he go? Sir? No, where are you going? Okay, I'm gonna get a lead for you. This is gonna be easier. Do I have a lead? One lead. Okay, let's just do this up real quick here. And then I need crafting table. So it's a lead. Hey, dude, here. You live here now. So basically, I'm just gonna wait for him to oxidize, and then I'm gonna pick him up. I don't know what to do with him yet. He might become a future inhabitant of the sorter, depending on how much space I wind up needing. Is likely. I gotta figure out how to make copper chests without making more copper golems, because it's kind of annoying. Because the other option is I could use oxidized, and then they'll freeze almost instantly, and then I can just pick them up and put them away. Maybe I can sell spares in the shopping district. I'm sure other people have thought of that, and will probably be doing the same, but yeah, should be good. So now that he's working, I can start putting stuff in here. I don't think I have sticks in the system, actually. Or jungle fences. So, well, actually, you know what? This is a good test. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start dumping stuff in here, and anything that doesn't get sorted into one of these is going to wind up in here, and then I can just look at what's in here, and I can just add to the system, add to the sorter as needed, and then once, and then I can just put it back in the top, and then it'll sort out properly. And then that will allow me to slowly fix any holes in the sorter. Yeah, he can just do his thing for now. Yay, that makes me so happy. I was also thinking maybe I'll do some armor suits in copper, just kind of scattered around in places just for some extra decoration, because copper color is quite nice. It looks like a rusted old kind of style. So actually, let's, yeah, well, I think we'll do that later, because I also have to get the armor stands, which I think require that smooth stone. Oh, actually, we do have... Is it that one? And sticks? I think. Here, let's get some sticks. There we go. Okay, and then we need some copper. Now, I'm pretty sure it's just the usual. Yeah, okay. It's not often you get a whole new color palette for armor stands, let alone 4. So then if I just bring this up here into like right there, that's pretty cool. Maybe one on the other side or something. Okay, so we can start throwing those around. I don't think the armor stands themselves, like I don't think the armor will oxidize. Actually, yeah, I guess the armor doesn't have 4 different shades. It just has the regular version, right? Because it doesn't oxidize itself, which is kind of weird. So yeah, let me fly around. I'm gonna get my Distant Horizons mod fully optimized here with more exposed terrain. And then we'll see what everything looks like from a distance. And then I'm also going to work on getting the rest of these chests in. And once that's done, we'll see where we are with the sorting system. I'm really happy. I've been waiting for this stupid update for like a month, so it's finally here, and I finally have an auto sorter again. This is the longest I've gone without an auto sorter on the server. I think this is. Breathe, Steph, breathe. All right. So I got a ping from ReiA and OurSolid, who are a pair of oh my god, words. They're two players on the server that I chat with a lot, and they are very talented builders and also both pretty good at redstone. Now, they've messaged me and a few others to do what I think is a gauntlet, similar to the style that Najee did last year that I didn't get a chance to participate in. And I'm not really sure what to expect here. So I need to head over to negative 400 and something. I'm assuming it's here with all the villagers. Oh, maybe not. Negative 460. Yep, that's probably it. Oh, yeah. This is it. Oh, geez, what the heck? Okay, I haven't started the gauntlet yet. Thank you very much. I'm coming. Okay, where am I going? Figure out where I'm going. It's very nice here, by the way. Oh, I guess I could just follow the player locator. I wonder if it's... Oop, wait. Oh, when I'm flying, the locator turns... I found it. Okay. All right, what am I doing? Nobody's told me what's going on. Is there a bed? I guess I'll put my stuff. Okay. All right, now I know what I mean, I don't know entirely what I'm doing. I'm just here. All right, I guess we're just fighting. Oh, geez. Hello. Let's do it this way. I mean, that looks fun. Back here. Get back here. All right, let's get the witch. There we go. This isn't too bad. This is a raid. It's just a raid. Yeah, I probably should have brought my bow. I'm on fire. Ew. Yeah, let's not do those ones. Oh, okay, that's a ravager. Those are gonna be a problem. Just a little bit. Yeah, we're not dealing with those guys. Come on. Why does this guy just keep running away? Come on. I mean, full netherite armor does make this a little bit trivial. Oh my gosh, if I could actually hit them. I do not understand why the Johnnies aren't hitting people, though. Like, where's your axe, guy? Oh, I didn't bring food. I don't have any food on me. Let's fix that. Oops. Oh, jeez. Do it right after. Ow. Oh, Carrie, you're gonna die. Wow, maybe not. Probably should have started recording before this. I wonder if there's another... Is there another wave? That was cool. Alright, let me do that. Made a mess. Ooh, anticipation troop. That was cool. And I got another totem out of it, so... So I'm building another another sorter segment underneath the first one. So that's the hopper line from the unfiltered segment, and we're gonna filter that down. So I've started setting up a line here. I just realized that I'm gonna have to shift this whole thing over by one. Maybe I can, actually, I don't know, I'll figure something out. But this is what it looks like in case you didn't get a good look last time. I know there's a lot of other blocks in the way. But this is like a without overflow protection system. So essentially you've just got that comparator that's reading the signal from the planks, which is actually the chest. The comparator can read the signal through that solid block. So it's actually reading the percentage of the fill of the chest and converting it into a 0 to 15 signal. And that's what spits out here. So then when that gets to 2, which is 2 out of 15ths full, that's what lights up this, which activates this, which turns this off, and that depowers this plank here. And that's what turns off this hopper and allows the items to fill out and then go down. So if you didn't know how that worked before, now you do. All right, so we've got the system built and all hooked up. So now we just need a new copper golem to slot in there and, I guess set the filters. And then we can watch him do his job. Oh, and I made a little bee farm for honeycomb because I figured we might need it with all the copper golem stuff that we've been making. All right, so there he goes. And hopefully you won't see the ones above, and the one guy above won't see the chests down here. Looks like he's looking in his chest, which is good. We just do a little tiny test here. He should see it, and then he should put it in the first chest since there's nothing in there. There he goes. Okay, so that's good. So I just need to get another chest in here, and we should be good to go. If there's a way to make these chests without getting a copper golem with them, I need to find that out. I don't know what the recipe is, and I don't feel like looking it up right now. Not that I mind having extra copper golems. I just let them oxidize and just turn them into more armor stands, copper golem stands, statues, whatever they're called. Now, if I have this unwaxed chest and I try to merge it with a waxed chest, what happens? So if we come in here and then we put this right here, it's not waxed anymore. Or is it? I can't tell. Now let's try and wax it. I do like that he kind of stays over by the chest so I can get in and out of here fairly easily. Okay, yeah, you have to re-wax it after you turn it into a double chest. That's kind of annoying, but okay, so you are in and ready to go. So yeah, just set up the filters and we're gonna be sorting everything, I guess. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode. If you like what you saw, please consider subscribing if you're words. If you like what you saw, please consider subscribing if you're new. Otherwise, feel free to leave a comment or like the video, as it really helps the channel. And I will see you next time. Bye!